Welcome, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to a lot of you. Thank you so much for staying with us for this entire weekend. I am Kartik, one of the co-founders of ETH Global, and I'm super excited to welcome all of you to the closing ceremony and the finale for Web3 Weekend. So for those of you who are joining us again as first-timers, we're watching all of this thing on ethglobal.tv. And this is the interface we use to chat with everybody and relay everything that's happening on the live stream back to our speakers. So if you have any comments or questions as the event comes up, whether it's about the prizes or the sponsors or any follow-ups, you can ask them on this chat. And for everybody who signs in and engages with us, we'll also be giving out POAP NFT tokens for participating and being part of this event. So with that said, let's quickly get started. So this event is brought to you by ETH Global. And the goal of ETH Global is very straightforward. We want to get as many developers into the Web3 ecosystem as possible. And we do this thing by running hackathons and summits. And this weekend was no different. We ran a summit called Why Web3, where we did a lot of interesting talks on interesting topics like what's happening with NFTs and DAOs and DeFi, and also interesting problems that are still left to be solved in this space for us to get to mass consumer adoption. For the hackathon specifically, we had over 275 hackers participate for the last 2 days, and we had over 500 people watch our summit. The hackers participate from 35 different countries and stayed up super late and super early across 14 different time zones. And they worked on so many incredible projects, and we're going to see a lot of that today. On top of just the hackers, we also had 40 mentors who were there to help all of these attendees really get unblocked on any of the projects. And we had participation from 10 different companies in this ecosystem. And throughout all of that, we are giving away over $50,000 this weekend in prizes for doing various things. And we'll kind of go into a lot of that very soon. I want to especially thank Protocol Labs for being our partner for this event. They have been amazing to work with, and such an incredible number of people are super excited to build on decentralized storage solutions like IPFS and Filecoin. So I can't wait to have some of you also look at what amazing things came out from this hackathon that also use PL. We also want to especially thank LivePeer, who we're actually using for this live stream, Huddiest Textile, the Ethereum Foundation, the Graph Chainlink, Ocean Protocol, Unlock Protocol, and ENS for being our supporters for this event. And all of them are giving out prizes for various things for using their protocols, and they'll be talking about who won what prizes very soon. So this event has been absolutely incredible. We never expected the number of engagement we'll get, the amount of engagement we'll get for this weekend, especially as we ran this on a very short notice, but the number of amazing projects we saw totally blew us away. What's even more interesting to me is that this event targeted specifically people who were on the Web2 side and wanted to learn more about what's happening in Web3. And after we crunched all the stats about this, the signups and the participants, 47% of people who are participating at this hackathon are brand new to Ethereum. This is incredible and even more mind-blowing to me when you get to see some of these projects in a few minutes. And throughout all of that, in the last 48 hours, we saw 94 projects come out of it. We were not expecting this, so we had some delays in just making sure we can get basically 2x the number of projects to be judged. And I'm super glad that everything went through, and we have now selected what happens next. So before we tell you what some of our top favorite teams are, I want to quickly thank the 12 judges that spent the last few hours really going through all of these projects. They asked them the questions, they looked at everything that the teams were doing, they were getting and giving their feedback. And without the hard work and sort of the tough choice, without their actual decision-making, we would not have where we are now. So we really want to thank everybody that made this event possible from our judges side, and for doing all the hard work for really kind of pointing out what's super interesting for us to surface up. And throughout all of that, we have 12 finalists that we're super proud to announce. So in no particular order, I want to congratulate all 12 of these teams. So we have Zero Fee Exchange, CrossChain Wallet Dashboard, Open Science Data Wallet, NFT-ME, the Ultrasound Music Project. We have DBS, the Decentralized Broadcast and Stream. We have Convo Space, MeMeta, ArtVault, YouTube NFT Drop, NFTFactoryFactory, and Canva NFT Minter. A lot of obvious themes here, and I'm sure we'll see some super cool demos. So what's going to happen is we're going to invite these projects one to one, back to back, and they'll come on and demo you what they built over this weekend. They'll have 4 to 5 minutes to present what they've done, whether it's a live demo or some of them ended up recording a video to keep everything in time. And then we'll move on to the next team. There won't be any Q&A unlike our previous events, so we're just going to be doing 12 back-to-back presentations. And before we jump into these demos, I kind of want to take a moment here and really thank the other 82 projects that are not on this list, but are still amazing projects that spent the entire weekend working with us, learning new things, trying out different products, and experimenting with what's possible. Just because you were not one of these 12 teams does not mean that you were not good enough or there's something that was missing. This event is about showcasing some interesting and cool projects that we like from our judges. And our goal is to really encourage everybody to keep working and continue working in this space. So please don't be discouraged. We really want you to keep working on this. And as you continue to build on your project starting tomorrow, please rely on ETH Global to be a resource to help you anywhere from getting unstuck from a technical standpoint to getting you connected with the people you want to get in touch with, to anything else that we can offer. We really want people to continue building in the space. And that's one of the reasons why we organize a lot of hackathons and also a lot of our summits. And those are just the 12 teams, but there's so many projects that you can check out live from our website. So to see the whole list of every project and anything from what they did to their source code to who built those amazing things and what technologies they use, you can head over to web3.ethglobal.co/showcase. So it's just the event website /showcase, and you'll be redirected to all the 94 projects. So all that said, I think we are ready for our first demo. So without further ado, I'd like to call up Canva NFT Minter as our first team who's going to demo their project. So we have Viraj from Canva NFT Minter. And Viraj, whenever you're ready, please feel free to share your screen.
For the Web3 Weekend hackathon, I worked on Canva NFT Minter. Canva is a popular graphic design tool which is used by people all over the world. It includes a good collection of default templates. Also, people can import their own custom designs too. Hence, I thought that it would be a good idea if I could build an extension for Canva which would allow designers to upload their designs to IPFS and Filecoin, and then they would be redirected to a page where they could publish the NFT. Now let me quickly show you a demo for the same. So on the home page of Canva, you can see that there are various default templates, and also there are various categories of templates. Now I'll go to a particular design which I've created. Now let me publish this to IPFS and Filecoin. For this, I'll search NFT Canva Minter, and then I'll give a name. And then I'll click on save. So at this step, it will try to contact the backend which I have built, and that would in turn try to upload the image to IPFS and Filecoin. Yes, now you can see that it has been uploaded to IPFS and Filecoin. Now I'll click on view in Canva NFT Minter. Yeah, now I'm already logged in. Okay, now I'll select an address, say for example ENS, and I'll enter ENS name. And if I was not logged in, right, then I could log in using Google. So in this way, designers could use the same Google login for Canva as well as for the Canva NFT Minter. And here also, users could also send the NFTs to various Google accounts. For this, it uses the Taurus reverse lookup API. Now and you can see that the IPFS metadata is already present over here. Now let me click on Mint NFT. Now, as you can see that the NFT is successfully minted, and below I can see the collections of all the NFTs that I own. Here you can see that it has a particular token ID and a contract address. This concludes the demo for Canva NFT Minter. Thanks.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Viraj. A lot of cool things. I feel like one thing I'm just seeing from the names from all the projects is that they're all designed to be ready for everyday consumers to use and interact with. So this is super cool. There are a lot of questions that I want to ask, and I'm sure they're coming in. So sadly, we don't have the setup and the time for that. So we're going to have to do a lot of back-to-back demos. So really appreciate you working super hard this weekend and also you staying up super late to demo this. So thanks again. And we'll move on to our next team. So next up, we have Zero Fee Exchange, and we have Scott from Zero Fee Exchange to demo. Take it away.
Hi everyone, welcome to Zero Fee Exchange. We are making a zero fee limit order interface on Uniswap v3. So the way that it works is that we're able to create a limit order that is similar to a centralized exchange, but on a decentralized exchange, more specifically being on the Uniswap v3. The reason why you would want to have like a limit order on the decentralized exchange, for example, is maybe you want to avoid the price impact. For instance, like when you are creating swaps on like the decentralized exchange, you will experience through like a price impact. And then like even if you use some sort of mechanism to like simulate the limit order, you will still get that price impact when you execute the swap function. The way that we're doing this actually helps you avoid not only the price impact, but it also helps you execute the trade without paying any trade fees. And as a matter of fact, you will actually be making fees out of the Uniswap LP compensation fee, which essentially means that you will be making money when you're trading at the same time. So what happens in the background? The limit order is essentially constructed using a single tick out of range LP position on Uniswap v3. This allows you to have maximum capital efficiency and liquidity positioning while also maintaining a price execution that is somewhat similar to an order book limit order. This is like one of those hidden features of Uniswap v3 range positions that I think a lot of people are aware about. And hopefully this hack will provide an easier access to this feature. As you can see here, I'm connected on Zero Fee Exchange that is currently fetching data and interacting with the Uniswap v3 pool of ETH DAI on Robston. So for instance, here I can create like amounts of ETH I want to buy, like for instance, one, or maybe like what's the price of like the ETH that I want to like create this limit order at. So for instance, I can just like put 300 and then I can just like create the order and then interact with the MetaMask and so on and so forth. So for simplicity's sake, we will just like see one of the current active limit order that we already have. So if you see here, we can already see several of my old positions. And so like in here, you can see this current out of range positions that have actually been executed. This starts with 100% DAI, and now it's fully converted to 100% ETH as the price goes down. It's like an ETH purchase. So from here, you can actually collect the fees from the LP fees that you're generating while creating this trade. And at the same time, you can withdraw the full liquidity, which means you're closing this trade. So essentially, using this kind of trick, you're able to create this limit order on a decentralized exchange without any fancy requirement, like using a keeper network, for instance. So yeah, this is our hack, and I hope you enjoy it.
That was incredible. I didn't know you could do it. You could do that. Thank you so much, Scott. That was super cool. Is you mentioned that it was on Coven. Are you plans for this to be on mainnet, or what's next?
Yeah, I think we'll try to launch it like, in the next few weeks to come once this is like more cleaner and production ready. But like, yeah, thanks for having me.
That's awesome. Can't wait to play with this. Well, thank you so much. Our project number 3 is CrossChain wallet dashboard. So Max, whenever you're ready, we can give you a demo.
Sure. So we are Adrian, Philip, and Max from Germany, and we built the CrossChain wallet dashboard. We are actively using all the new layer 2 solutions and came across the problem that it's quite difficult to keep track of your liquidity across these chains because you have multiple wallets, you have wallets on the different chains, and it's not that easy to see which coins do you have where. MetaMask is not showing all the coins in your wallet sometimes. So we thought it's a good idea to build the overview of all these chains and how much liquidity you have on the chains. So what you see here is our dashboard. I connected my wallet and it shows me how much coins I have on which of these chains, aggregates them for me, so I can really easily see where all my liquidity is. Coming from a Web2 world with a SaaS background, we had to check unlock in this hackathon to build in a premium feature in our app, so you can add one wallet for free, but if you want to add more wallets, you have to unlock them. I did this here, so I now can add a new wallet. For example, I just use the ENS name and add an additional wallet here. To make this feature more appealing to users, we added a little social proof feature down here, which uses the graph to check if other users bought these signups, these premium features, and shows people live how many people bought the feature in the last 24 hours. Different to normal e-commerce solutions where they have features like this as well. We link to Etherscan, so you can really check which people bought stuff, and it's not like fake like in the normal web too. Moreover, we host our website on different platforms, like this is a GitHub page. We also have a decentralized solution using Textile. It's a bucket we deployed and then linked to Cloudflare to have a nice domain name and CDN integrated. So it's quick for users to use. Also, we tried also Fleek, which is an alternative and works quite well as too. To onboard new users, we also built in features like showing which gas is required on which chain and giving them some hints where they can get some for free to get started, because getting started in these chains is quite difficult because you need all the tokens and stuff. That's actually what we are planning to build next. So we're looking forward for the next hackathon because we want to integrate ways to move funds between the chains, exchange them automatically, and I'm looking forward to build a great solution for that.
Amazing. That was super cool. And I think I have some good news for you. The next event is entirely focused on DeFi. So I'm sure this will be perfect for that. That's really cool. I like the social aspect of this. And again, I'm just constantly impressed. And I feel like I'm going to say this 8 more times, but it seems like things are ready to be used by everybody and they're just not on localhost. So this is always great to see. And congrats again. And thanks for doing this thing late in Berlin. So thanks, everybody. We're going to move on to our 4th project for today, and that is Project NFT-ME. So we have the Dark Jester and Cole promote it. Whenever you're ready, feel free to share your demo.
Hi, thank you very much for organizing the event. So what we've got here is our project, which is taking a step back from NFTs and thinking about the supply chain aspect of NFTs and how you get to actually produce these and where they're going to be used. So what we're doing is, in the demo, we are now creating, let's say, a scarce resource that is a Hublot super rare watch. We're going to give it its symbol, and we're only going to mint 2 of these. Our contract is now creating a 721 ERC token, and we're going to now create production stages for this creation of this watch. What this will do is it will give us a way for us to visibly track how we are producing this for the consumer. And if we were doing something like fair trade organizations wanting to be able to see how you're sourcing your materials, we can do this. So we've created a resource stage, a building stage, and now a customization stage. What we then do is we will create suppliers that can sign for this particular stage, we're just using local addresses here, but you can create as many as you like and just choose from the collection. You also create a signatory, which would then be either a manager or somebody part of your quality control, or even your customer if you're doing, let's say, a design stage or some contracting work. So they'll approve and sign that work. So we're creating all of these for the independent stages. So we've got one for every single one now, and now we're minting a token or an instance of the product that you're creating. In this case, it would be the Hublot watches. We've created now 2 instances you'll see, and because we are enforcing our scarcity in here, we can't mint anymore, and that's locked into the contract. And so what we'll do now is we go into the actual production stages, where now you're saying who is supplying it, who is signing for it, we're setting fees. In this case, it's 0 fees because it's internal to our organization, but you could very well put anything you wanted in there. What you're seeing here now is we are uploading as the supplier some corroborating documentation around where we're getting our materials from. In this case, it's just an image, which is uploaded to IPFS. And I'm just jumping into IPFS here just to show you that it's actually gone onto IPFS. This was uploaded earlier, so the hash is the same. And now we're moving on to the build stage, and you'll see what's going to happen is the next stage you'll choose the approver and the supplier, the signer, and that in turn closes the last stage, signs it, and if there was a payment, pays for it. We're uploading the invoice, in this case for the building stage, and you'll see it now uploaded on the side there. As I said, we're just using images for that, but it could be PDFs or other documentation. And now we're hitting the last stage of customization, where you might be putting tweaks on there for your customer, like little tags and things on that they particularly would want. And we're uploading that, and this will be the pictures of the final product, which is a Hublot watch. And Finalize will then close it off, saying the work has now been complete, and now and only now can the NFT be transferred. The contract internally is blocking everything off. We spent a lot of time focusing on the testing aspect because we wanted to make sure it was tested, and it actually provided us insight on where things were going wrong and gave us ideas on improvements. And that is pretty much our presentation. Thank you very much.
Amazing. This is super cool. Yeah, it's an amazing real world application, and you've kind of done so much thinking here. So maybe I have just one question for you. Was this your first time building on Web3 or Solidity? I saw you use ETH Scaffold, and I'm curious to hear what got you into this.
So the team and I, we did the consensus bootcamp at the end of last year. So this is really other than the bootcamp project, this is, for me, is one of the second project that we've actually built. So it's still fairly new to us.
Well, this is great. Congrats. This was really well thought out, and congrats on being a finalist.
Thank you very much.
Next up, we have MeMeta. So we have Ollie and the team already here. So whenever you're ready, feel free to demo.
Hi, we'll be splitting our presentation into 2 parts. We'll do a market and product walkthrough, and then we'll do our data walkthrough as well.
Sounds great.
Hi, we're MeMeta, and we built a digital land aggregation tool with analytical insights at its core. Blockchain has enabled a powerful new class of user-controlled, decentralized experiences. Metaverses are emerging as central hubs for community, free expression, and investment. Already, there's more than 1 million monthly active users across these metaverses. They've spent more than $300 million. And by 2025, it's predicted that the ceiling will increase to $189 billion. So what can you do in the metaverse? You can create art, you can invest in land, you can generate passive income on this land by building games and experiences. And of course, you can build communities. So what's the problem? Right now, there is no central optimized hub for NFT land. Of the places that offer an experience, many of them do so in a subpar way, sometimes even using stock images of the land. Of the data that's available, it's not enough to make an accurate determination on the value of your land. Land recently sold for 300 Ether. We want to know why. Of course, this is a problem which exists in the real estate market as well, where data is notoriously difficult to acquire. We've broken down the problem into 3 main areas: a lack of data, a lack of insights, and a lack of accessibility. So why Web 3.0? Well, Web 3.0 is open and trustless. The data is trusted, available, and decentralized. Anyone can verify what we're doing. Aggregation and scale are also critically important. It'd be impossible for us to operate without Web 3.0 tools like Graph and Ocean. In return, we feed new key insights back into the DeFi ecosystem and create new subgraphs in the process. Of course, no middlemen are needed, no cuts are taken. Our analysis is automated and agnostic. Our mission is to source, analyze, and make accessible deep automated insights on blockchain real estate. In terms of our model, we look at 4 main areas: proximity to value, historical behavior, foot traffic and adjacency, and predictive analytics, so we can ascertain where the value of your land might be going. Welcome to MeMeta. Right away, we can connect our wallet. We can control which metaverses are displayed on this page. We can get access to our heat map data from Ocean. We can connect to different metaverses and see their listings. All of the maps are interactive. Within a given metaverse, we can look at the details. We can even pull in events. We can also filter listings by what's on sale or by foot traffic. Each listing is active, and we've created a deep details page for every listing, including information about the price history, the proximity score, and various offers over time. There is a growing universe of partnerships within this growing metaverse. Hotels, malls, businesses, and celebrities are all already building a presence in the metaverse. Partnerships with Atari, HTC, and Digital Currency Group are just the tip of the iceberg. Already, large-scale investment firms are looking at NFT land. Republic Realm has opened up a NFT land division, and Grayscale has opened up a $15.2 million trust for Mana, which is the currency of Decentraland. So what's next for us? We want to look at land ownership and management. We know that right now, wallets are not designed to manage land. We want to continue providing analytics for everyone, from empowering professionals to aspiring investors. Lastly, we want to correct direct buy links to the metaverse, again, cutting out that middleman wherever we can. We've got a great team with a lot of real estate experience distributed across our members, and we had a great weekend. Thank you for your time, and we're excited for the steps ahead.
Amazing. That was such an impressive demo. And I'm seeing the same comments on our chat. Everybody's trying to understand how did you do all this thing in a weekend. So this was awesome. Just I feel like the metaverse is inevitable, and this is such a cool way to interface with digital and what's happening physically in events. So congrats.
Sorry, not to cut you off. We do have a very short.
Oh yeah, that's the second part. Got it.
It's all right. Yeah, it's very short. We got it. Yeah, so this is just a notebook that I threw up last night. I come from a data science background, so a lot of the data is difficult to access sometimes for us, who are less advanced in the web department. And so we're just throwing it all into CSV format so that you can come in here and build simple visualizations like this. This is estate bids, open, canceled, sold. But another one I liked a lot was the relationships between bidders and sellers. This is a tool I like called Graphistry, but it's all we're looking at here is successful sales, right? And so these big circles are going to be your big hitters who are buying properties successfully over time, and you can see how they're interacting with the rest of the ecosystem. And so for me, from a data science standpoint, as well as a little bit of real estate experience, having access to this data is just amazing. So I want to thank the Graph for that, and that's all my part.
Wow. Well, that's definitely very amazing to see and visualize. So this is super cool. I hope you actually keep working on this, and one day we get to use this all together. So congrats, and we are ready to move on to our next demo. So next up, we have Convo Space, and we have Anadette presenting from the team.
Hey there. Hey everyone, today I'm presenting the Convo Space, the decentralized conversation layer of internet. Convo Space aims to attack two problems at hand: a fragmented ecosystem, that is, conversations about a topic can only be accessed from one side, like conversations on Twitter are only on Twitter. Each platform has a sort of a different way and place for interacting with users. Control and ownership of data. Centralized platforms have the ability to decide whatever is removed, what stays up, and each conversation is essentially motivated by likes and shares, and the goal is to serve ads. Converspace solves these problems by creating a decentralized conversation layer with which you can start instant conversations on any website in a decentralized and an unstoppable manner. It has an extensible architecture which allows people to create independent interfaces, and the custom interfaces can be extended using the API to make interactions possible in a multitude of ways. Potential use cases are tons. So it could be these conversations could be embedded in an NFT. You could comment on Etherscan and have that comment show up on your wallet. It can help to raise awareness that conversations on, let's say, a treasury can show up in other websites for transparency. So let's jump right into a quick demonstration. Using Convo is incredibly simple. You can try it out on the home page also. Here, all you have to do is scroll down and view the embedded iframe. Messaging on Convo is also as simple as writing a new message. Logging in, which connects to your MetaMask, and just hit send. That's all you need. Jumping right back into the dashboard, we can see all of the features of Convo. Connect your wallet and it will open up your MetaMask, fetch all the content connected to the Convo space on your dashboard. Here, you can view all the comments that you've made across the internet on various websites. Here you can see I've made one on the home page and one on the docs page. You can view all your identities. Here you can see that I'm not verified on Proof of Humanity, but I'm Bright ID verified. You can view your own data, download your own data, nuke your own data, and even monetize your own data. All you have to do is simply hit mint a data token. Give it a name, set a cap, and hit create. What this does is that it downloads your data from IPFS in Textile, stores it on Filecoin and IPFS, sends it off to the Ocean Protocol contract, and fires up a transaction wherein you can approve your data and approve the transaction, and boom, you've got your own data token. Let's hit confirm, and that's all it takes to mint your own data token on the Convo space. Now, in the developer toolkit, you'll find your API key wherein you can view the docs and integrate your own Convo space. The transaction is confirmed, and now we'll be able to find our new data token. Here you can find the conversations on other websites. Jumping right back here, if we open up the docs website, now here we'll find the conversations that have been made. So let's say if I go down to the docs website, I should have a comment that I made a while back. Yep, here it is. Convo is powered by ENS. So anywhere you go, you'll see your ENS usernames and your decentralized identities. And using Convo is incredibly simple. To create a link, simply scroll down, enter the link of the website, unique ID, and simply copy the code and put it in your blog. It's as simple as that. Convo ships as an alternative for Disqus, and using just one line of code, anybody can replace their Disqus widget with Convo. This opens up a wide avenue for integrations. Conversations in Convo help reduce interaction and conversation cost, and becomes a substrate that connects conversations across the internet, independent of the interface and always owned by the users. Thank you.
Wow. That was really cool. And I didn't realize you ended up deploying that to production. That's amazing. Yeah, this is, I don't know what else to say. This is super cool. I like how much thought you put into the design here and how pretty everything looks. This is great. Congrats on doing all
Thank
that in
you.
24 hours or 48 hours. Um,
Thank you.
hopefully you can get some sleep now. So congrats. And for any questions that come in, we'll follow them up with all the teams and ask them on Discord directly. But next up, I want to move on to our seventh project today, and that is DBS, Decentralized Broadcast and Stream. So Adrian Vinay and team, whenever you are ready, you can share your demo.
Yeah. So this is our platform. We just tried to create a decentralized streaming platform where the creators can stream their content directly to a decentralized platform over the blockchain. Here we are fetching all the trending tracks from ODS. The streamer can fetch, play all the track directly here. He will see a beautiful visualizer on the page. It is dynamically generated. If he wants to stream this screen, he'll choose connect server. Once the server is connected successfully, he will see a green button stating start stream. Once I click the start stream button, the user will be shown the number of screen he is currently connected to. He'll just choose share audio and the screen which he wants to share. So I want to share my screen, this screen 1. Boom. So I'm live now. I'm live over the live peer network, over the decentralized live peer network. Everything is currently being streamed in 1920 by 1080p, 60 FPS, everything over the blockchain. So if my subscribers want to view my stream, they can just go to the page on Textile. There they will be presented with an unlock demo, which is the unlock stream. It is protected by the unlock protocol. The user can just click on the unlock button, connect their MetaMask wallet, pay amount of 2 Venus tokens. Once the transaction goes through, the gas fees. Yeah. So here is the stream, which is currently being streamed by me. It is everything being streamed over the blockchain. I can demonstrate the same on the local host. I'll show it once. I'll make a payment of 2 Venus. Yeah. So here is the live stream which I was streaming. This can be a great way of streaming the content over the blockchain where services like YouTube or Twitch can't penetrate into. And so that's it for our demonstration. Thank you guys. Thank you so much.
That was super cool. I was also super meta because we're streaming this on live peer, and then you're peering 2 more levels deep. This is great. Finally have we finally have live streams that are unstoppable and transcoded.
Yeah, totally transcoded and secure.
That is wonderful. This is really cool, and not only that, you can do.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
And
Thank you.
video sharing. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully we get to see this as an interface, as a self-serve service, and that we all can use. And I'm also super excited to see that you were able to demo all this thing in a single shot on localhost live, without anything going wrong. So it's even better.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Well, congrats again. And,
Thank you.
We're ready to move on to our 8th team for today, and that is ArtVault. So But we have Cole and Thomas here, and whenever you're ready, feel free to demo your project. In case you're talking, you are on mute if there's no video, or we're not getting the audio. So you may have to quickly reshare.
Hey guys, over the past 2 days, we've been building vaults.art, a Web3 app that provides.
Colby, we got the wrong screen here, so you may want to try that one more time, and we didn't get the window that you wanted to share.
Hey guys,
Perfect.
over the past 2 days, we've been building vaults.art, a Web3 app that provides decentralized storage for exclusive NFT content. Using the application is super simple. As a user, you first connect your Ethereum wallet using MetaMask, for example. From there, you can upload the files that you want to bundle as an NFT, and your files are then bundled and stored in a secure storage vault. This vault can then be sold as an NFT, and you can whitelist specific Ethereum addresses that can preview the vault. For example, if a potential buyer wants to take a peek at what is available in the NFT. We offer a number of improvements relative to the standard user experience for NFTs. At the moment, exclusive NFT content, like higher resolution files, are usually stored using centralized services like Google Drive. And this usually requires the original NFT creator to maintain that file. And if they stop paying for their subscription, accidentally delete or modify the file, or the centralized service goes down, the file is no longer accessible and can be lost forever. On top of that, NFTs are only linked to a single file, and they can't be an entire series of artworks or files. What vaults.art does is that it stores NFTs immutably on Filecoin storage, meaning that the files can't be modified and there's no risk of downtime. The storage that holds these files can be transferred in ownership from the seller to the buyer, meaning that the owner of the NFT at any given time is the sole person responsible for paying for that storage. And on top of that, you can bundle more complex collections of files as an NFT. So how does all of this work behind the scenes? So when you connect your Ethereum wallet to our React front end using MetaMask, your Ethereum username is automatically loaded from the Ethereum naming service. To prepare a vault, the React app makes a HTTP request to a mile node, which is a type of hot storage node we've developed, which uses IPFS and IPLD to store the files associated with the NFT such that the bundle of files gets a unique CID. And when you're ready, you can mint this unique CID as an NFT. Long-term storage of the NFT files is paid for by the way of wrapped fill, which is then unwrapped to pay a Filecoin storage miner via a mile node. When creating a share link for the vault, this link is authenticated for a specific Ethereum address, and anyone who has the key to that address can open the vault. So I'm going to show you all of this in action. So I just connect my wallet using MetaMask, and my username from ENS is immediately loaded. To create a vault, all I need to do is upload a few files, and it's as simple as dragging and dropping a few files. Once I'm ready to create the vault, I just click submit, and I can select one of the files as a preview image for the vault. Once I'm ready, I can mint an NFT from this vault. I just need to pay a standard network fee and a fee to pay for the storage of the files in the vault. And once the files are stored on Filecoin and I've minted an NFT, I can share the vault with other Ethereum addresses, and I can quickly manage who has access to this vault. If someone else shares a link with me, I just copy paste this link they've sent in the browser, I connect my wallet, and if my address is the one they shared the vault with, I can view this vault.
That was really great, Thomas. Just want to make sure that we didn't get interrupted. You were actually fully finished.
Yep, all good. Thanks.
Wow. And is this, sorry, would you mind clarifying if this is live on mainnet, or is this still on testnet with the wrap Filecoin?
It's currently accessible. It's on storage on Filecoin Live, but the NFT part is on testnet.
Got it. This is really cool. Just being able to do that and also do that directly through MetaMask is going to be a game changer. Congrats.
Thanks.
Next up, we have YouTube NFT Drop. So, Alex, whenever you're ready.
Hey, thank you for having us. I'm going to start sharing my screen. And there we go. This is Team YouTube NFT Drop, and we're applying for the Protocol Labs as well as the Graph prizes. The thing we built is a tool that, as a YouTube channel creator, allows you to quickly create NFTs and reward them to your subscribers, rewarding them if they're early. And as a subscriber, it allows to collect these NFTs and flex to show how early you were. I'm Alex, the entrepreneur. I worked with Dylan. I worked on the UI and the integration with the YouTube API, as well as the backend and the subgraph, while Dylan worked also on the UI, as well as the smart contract and the subgraph. The way the tool works is that you can log in with YouTube OAuth, and we use Magic Link, which also issues a Ethereum address the second you log in with YouTube. You can then create a drop, which will be attached to your YouTube channel, and you can specify a subscription deadline so that you can reward subscriber based on how early they subscribe. You can then upload an image that will be uploaded to IPFS, and that will be the image that will be used for the NFT. You'll then get a link that allows your subscribers to redeem the drop. In order to redeem it as a subscriber, you're going to log in with YouTube again, and we're going to verify that your subscription actually was there, and then we're going to issue the NFT that will be sent to the address that is associated with that YouTube account. A demo that I'll show you, you can also check it out at youtubedrop.xyz, ytdrop.xyz. I'm going to go here. You can see that we have a way to show all of the previous drops, which are tracked through the subgraph. And in order to create a new one, I can go here on create. I'm going to have to log in as a creator. I have an account called Alex the Entrepreneur. So I'm going to log in with that. And the OAuth will give us a string that allows us to verify the ownership of the account, and allows to basically fetch that account metadata. I can then set the subscription deadline to tomorrow, and then upload an image that is, let's say, related to the project I made called My Yield, a project that I submitted. And now the image will be uploaded via Pinata to IPFS. And now I have a link that allows other accounts to redeem it. I'm gonna, for the purpose of showing you, I'm gonna go in the redeem page, and I'm gonna log in with my, let's say, non-professional account, which is called Alex Squash. And I'm gonna then try to claim the drop in the NFT. You'll see here, I just have to log in, and then I'm going to click a button down here with verify subscription, which will allow to verify the subscription for this account. That typically takes a few seconds, and then I can also flex and show it on Twitter. I also will have my collection here, a page that shows, unfortunately, we get fortuned by the gateway. That's it can happen sometimes. But that said, we can track the collections, and I can even, given my address, we also have a page called collections that will allow to flex on and share the collection around, so that you can show it to others. And that's done through the subgraph. So in terms of how this is done, we have a monorepo with Hardat. Basically, there's 3 packages, one called ArtVault, which allows us to write the smart contract and unit test it. Then we have Next.js for the front end, and then we have subgraph to track drops and claims. There's also a backend that allows to store the new drops with their condition to whether to mint or not, as well as minting the actual NFT. We use IPFS in such a way that when we mint the NFT, we attach the token URI to it, and that's why we also use Pinata to upload images. As for the graph, we use that to track drops and claims, which allows us to have a page that shows all the stats on which drops were claimed, as well as a leaderboard and a collections page. In terms of further improvement, if you have more time and more days, honestly, we would have used Chainlink for OAuth verification. We would have added MetaMask integration and ideally also allow further improvement of the NFT creation. You can go and check it out at ytdrop.xyz. Thank you for your time.
And I want to emphasize that now it actually does work. So you can actually show your collections and they do show properly. We fixed that.
We've all experienced our 421, 429 errors every now and then. Okay. Oh, this is super cool. Another amazing project that's live. And not only that, I think you've now given us a bunch of cool ideas for ETHglobal.tv to do NFT drops live. So this is going to be fun.
It's live if you guys want to try it out. The servers are there, so you can check it out right now.
So, congrats again, Alex and Dylan. Thank you so much for doing this. And with this, we have 3 more projects to demo, and then we'll get into some of the prizes. So next up, we have NFT-FactoryFactory. And Kinshuk and team, whenever you're ready, feel free to share. Oh, I think I may have misspoke. The next project is Open Science Data Wallet. I was off by 1. So Kinshuk and team, whenever you're ready.
Hi, that's us. Hi, I'm Kinshuk. Yeah, we're going to share our screen now.
Hi, I'm Sarah, and I'm introducing you to our Web3 Weekend project. Our team are part of an open science DAO called Obsentia. We're a mix of Web3 engineers and neuroscientists. What we're focusing on is neuroscience data. So these are large, important data sets, often collected over many years from hundreds of participants. It's not an exaggeration to say that this is some of the most valuable data that exists to humanity today. But currently this data is siloed in centralized databases, such as universities and hospitals all over the world, and in some cases on people's hard drives. Participants don't retain ownership over their data, and revoking consent is difficult and full of friction. Scientists are also not incentivized to share their data with their peers, nor are participants incentivized to take part in studies in the first place. Obsentia's vision is to use Web3 tools to make it easy for scientists to securely share their neuroscience data with their peers and to be rewarded for doing so. Also, to reward citizens for taking part in studies and share their data in this way, and to ensure that citizens retain ownership over this personal data, whilst easily changing permissions. Now, we can't build all that in one weekend, so what we've decided to focus on is a secure peer-to-peer sharing of neuroscience data on Web3. Let's take a look at what we've built. Hi, welcome to our Open Science Wallet. As you can see, I'm going to need to log in via my MetaMask. So let me just do that. Okay, so now the application is fetching my bucket keys. So what this means is it's just going to go into the backend in textile.io and fetch all my data. I'm now logged in, so now I can drag and drop or select by clicking. So I'm going to click and select this, open. I'm going to give it a title, logo. It's me, and the tags are logo, center. I'm going to submit that, and by submitting this, I'm going to send this data to textile.io to get hosted on IFPS. And because I've contributed to data this month, I get POAP, which is thanking me for contributing to Open Science this month. As you can see, I've already claimed mine, and this is a bit like scientific kudos. Cool. So now it's pushing the file to the bucket. For the purposes of this demo, we are actually using dummy data due to some issues with connecting to textile.io on the front end, but the data is there. As you can see, we have the title of
the bids data, the authors, and the tagging, and also the ability to download the data. We also have public data. So this is data that's being made public to everyone, and you don't actually need to log in to access this data. Overall, the aim of this project is to go further to also host it on Ocean Protocol and make the data, the ability to permission the data to different users. This has been a really interesting experience for me and all the other people in the Open Science Wallet team, and we can't wait to continue building this for the purposes of opening science up to everyone. Cool. So stop sharing. Awesome. Okay, done.
That was great. Well, congratulations on doing this, especially over the weekend. And this is awesome. This is something we absolutely need in this space. Well, maybe one question I'll ask is, did you all know each other before the hackathon, or how did the project or the idea come about?
We did know each other briefly. We're doing Carnot Block 3 together, part of Ops Center. Yeah.
Well, I hope that you continue building this and launch this out, and can't wait to have others publish some data sets here.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Congrats again. Next up, with 2 more projects to go. Next up, we have the Ultrasound Music Project. And let's see, Cameron.
Yeah, hey there. I'll just share my screen and start our video.
Sounds perfect.
This is Cameron. I'm part of the Ultrasound Music Project. My teammates, Gabriel and VJ, are getting some well-needed rest after being up all night. And yeah, let me present to you our project. So our project name is the Ultrasound Music Project. And we like to say that we're the music for the ultrasound music revolution. What we're trying to work on is that the current music industry, music is made by musicians. We're generating music with the blockchain and the kind of debris emitted from the blockchain. Currently, anyone can make music. The supply is infinite. We're creating verifiably scarce music. Currently, if you have a track, it plays the same thing over and over again. Our tracks are actually NFTs that play something new every time with the proper player, and our music is composable. All right, so how does this work? We create an app where users can create artists. There are only ever 80 artists. Each artist has a unique sound. Artists can join bands. Bands require 4 members to join them before they can create tracks. And after each member of the band has created a track, the band is burnt and gone forever, forced into retirement. How did we build this? The backbone of the system was built with an ERC 1155 multi-token contract. From there, we kind of manage the relationship between an artist token, a band token, and a track token. The token metadata is stored on IPFS via Fleek. And then in the React client, we allow users to obviously create all these token types and play the music that they generate. All right, so how does this all work? I'll show you. So let's go to the app. All right, here we are. We have, you can come here and create an artist. As you can see, we already have 3 artists on the platform: Vitalik the rock star, Kane the synth man playing the synths to help you get through the crypto winter, and Sound Money Jay Drake, who's been creating the Sound Money anthems since forever. So we're gonna go ahead and create an artist. First, we can hear what the artist sounds like. So let's try that. Yeah, woo! Sounds great. I want to mint that artist. So I'm gonna Cameron, the Jam Man. to be cool as the rest of the band. All right, let's see if create an artist. Should work. Okay, here we go. So now my artist was minted and I can join Vitalik's unicorn band. Great. Join the band. And now I can publish a track to Vitalik's unicorn band. So let's do that. Okay, one last transaction here. And there we go. Here's our first anthem. Let's play it. Now you can see there's a composition of all four band members' songs, and it sounds great. It's the anthem of the Sound Money Revolution. Stop that. And just real quick, we have the learnings and what's next for us. The ERC 1155 contract, that was the first time we worked with this standard. It's pretty hard to distinguish between NFT types there, so we think that that could improve. We'll take a look at that. Two of the engineers on the team went from being complete Ethereum noobs to pros within 48 hours. And what we'd like to do next, we'd like to be able to stream a platform ERC20 token to holders of artist, band, and track tokens. And then we'd like to spec out ways that other players can consume our NFTs and play the sounds. Anyway, thanks for your time. This has been an amazing weekend. Thanks for all the organization. I hope you enjoyed the project. Bye.
That was so cool. Wow. And even more impressive when you pointed out that you did not know much about Solidity 2 days ago. This is so great. I think generative music is so awesome, and I can't wait for you to take this to just a different compositions from just here, and you can integrate so many cool things. I would maybe play with the mempool and see if we can get a constant beat going. This is super cool.
That'd be amazing.
Well, Cameron and team, thank you so much for demoing the Ultrasound Music project. And with that, I am super happy to announce that our last team of today and the weekend is NFTFactoryFactory. So let's get Ken to share what they built.
Hey, everybody.
I'm going to turn it over to Morgan.
Cool.
Perfect.
Yep. I'm Morgan. My teammate Ken and I built the NFTFactoryFactory here over the last couple days. It is a proof of work NFT vending machine factory. So it is a tool to allow artists to create their own NFT minting contracts, where it's not limited to just a single image they upload. It goes through a generative process where they can upload several different layers of assets, as I'll do here with some of the sample assets I've made. And those all get posted up to IPFS as part of a bundle that we're calling the genome data. So the genome data is defined by the artist, and it includes all of the image layers that they provided, as well as any other settings that they want for their minting contract as far as the cost to purchase NFTs, if they want incremental pricing, and if they want to share a commission with the factory. That's up to them. So here I've posted all of those assets up to IPFS, and I can take a look and see that we've got the immutable asset blob right there with its CID that we can reference. So from there, we can see what kinds of products we can produce with all of that genetic data. So different DNA fed through the genome will produce different artistic results. Here we can just get a preview of the types of results that a user might get. And if it looks good, the artist goes ahead and deploys the NFT Minter. Got the decimals a little weird on my testnet, so that's why the contract looks so expensive. But once that's deployed, it will become available for any user who wants to come along and mine for those NFTs. So we're using a proof of work algorithm that runs in the web browser in JavaScript, and it's going to discover seeds, unique seeds that are specific to the user, and each seed will produce a single DNA that fed through the genome will then produce an NFT. So you give it a little bit of time and it'll start finding more and more seeds. Let's see, speed it up just a little bit for demo purposes. See if that'll work. But at any rate, so in the background, it's running through its algorithm and discovering these seeds, and each seed can be fed into the minting contract, and those will give the user an opportunity to purchase the individual NFT. It'll not get minted until they actually purchase it. I'm not sure why it's not pumping them out a little bit faster, but there we go. There we go. So you can see some of the possibilities. And basically, the longer you spend, the more likely you are to find some unique or rare combinations. And you can pick which one you actually want to mint on chain to make it permanent. These ones are just ephemeral until you actually mint them on chain. But once they're minted on chain, you can view them in the token viewer. And here's one of my favorites. And there we go. This is about how far we got in the 2-day period. We're really close to being ready to launch it on mainnet, not quite there, but if you keep an eye on our GitHub repository, we'll hopefully have that pretty soon. Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you, Morgan. This was really nice. Yeah, just being able to do this generative claims later on is it's just an awesome game that you can keep playing in. I feel like the permutations or combinations are so many that I don't think you'll ever get bored. So I hope there's a factory generator that lets you.
Yep. get all the more meta. Well, thank you.
Hackathon party.
Totals all the way down. This is great. Well, congrats again, and for everybody watching, this was our 12th demo for the weekend, and I want to congratulate all 12 teams for showcasing what they did and also doing it live, and also on a super short notice, and also on not a lot of sleep. So. I'm just checking all the comments. Everybody's super impressed with all the things that we've seen in just the last hour. And that's just 10% of everything. So for everybody else who's interested in seeing what other projects are came out of this weekend, please head over to showcase.ethglobal.co and you get to see the full list of projects from Web3 Weekend, as well as all of our previous events. So enough of me talking. I want to quickly invite a few others to the stage. We've seen 12 teams here, and we've talked about what they built, and we saw some of those amazing demos. Next up, I want to talk about a little bit on the prizes, especially the prizes some of our sponsors are giving out, and we'll cover that, and we'll kick it off first by bringing on Protocol Labs. So we have Dietrich from Protocol Labs, and he's going to just quickly comment on how the experience was for Protocol Labs here, and anything else you'd like to add?
Thanks, Kartik. Thanks to the whole team at ETH Global. It has been a fantastic weekend. I talked to a whole bunch of people building both in the channels over the weekend, and also to a whole bunch of folks who presented today. Thanks to all the projects that joined for the weekend. This was a really cool event because the idea was to bring folks who might be new to the space, and it seems like the numbers really prove that worked out. And hundreds of people joining to learn and build. It was really exciting for us to see, and also super gratifying. We're really appreciative of all of you that used IPFS and Filecoin and the technologies that we're building, working so hard to build. It's really gratifying to see how you all are putting those technologies to use to build amazing things that couldn't be built otherwise in the Web 2 world. It's very, very inspiring to see the types of challenges that you're all accepting. And I really wanted to thank also a number of people, both from Protocol Labs and our close collaborators that came and spoke and did workshops. One of the side effects of these types of events is that there's a whole bunch of material for people who are coming and following in your footsteps to try to build and learn. So thanks to everybody that put in the time for that. We did kick in $20,000 worth of Filecoin, evenly divided in prize pool between all of you that chose to use IPFS and Filecoin technologies in your projects. So thank you very much for doing that. You've probably heard about some of the other programs that we have throughout the event. So both in the opening ceremony and then from some of the speakers as well. Happy to answer any questions about any of those programs and also the technologies in our sponsor channel. So feel free to join there and keep the conversation going. And we're here to keep helping you build cool and amazing things. Thank you so much for everybody that showed up and everybody that spent so much time coding, talking, judging, speaking. Super exciting. Thanks.
Thanks, Dietrich. And I also want to just say while you're at it, I want to thank you and the rest of the Protocol Labs team for being available and doing, honestly, 48-hour coverage of helping unblock everybody who is trying to understand how you can use IPFS or Filecoin in their projects. And you've been an incredible partner to work with. So you definitely want to make sure that we recognize all the work and effort you put in this weekend to getting hundreds of people where they are today. So as Dietrich talked about, Protocol Labs will be splitting the prize evenly with every team that participated and used IPFS or Filecoin. And there are 67 projects that are going to win this prize. So we'll be in touch with every person who is on those teams. And we'll get you started with how do we split this and the process for collecting all the information we need to receive the prize. So congrats to all 67 teams here. We'll be giving away an even split of $20,000 in Filecoin. Next up, we have LivePeer, and I'll let Eric from LivePeer talk about who won their prizes.
All right, thank you, Kartik, and thank you for all the participants and hackers who have presented, and especially thank you for everybody who used the LivePeer the LivePeer API to build your hacks. So we've selected the top three hacks. The first one is content stream. For the amount of $2,000, I think content stream was a great example of kind of an end-to-end application that allows anybody to create an NFT from a previous live stream and be able to kind of commemorate that. It's a really powerful tool because a lot of these live streams kind of have these magical moments that then you can and combining decentralized live streaming with NFT minting, you can kind of create this really cool ecosystem and economy around live streaming. So congratulations to Chris. The second place winner is live streaming NFT minting. This is another team of 5 people working on this project. Is $1,500. We'll split amongst them. This is another project that that allows people to kind of mint NFTs through their live streams. I think what I really appreciate about this project is that they actually dug in to the open source part of LivePeer and actually hacked down the LivePeer node, and they were able to kind of get the video segments, and they created the NFT minting, in combination with IPFS. So that's all really cool. The third place, we actually picked 2 projects because they were equally amazing. Then it was hard for us to just pick one. So those two projects are Decentralized Broadcast Stream, which I think we saw a little bit earlier during the finalist presentation. This is a really great example of kind of combining music and live streaming to create this decentralized live streaming platform that allows creatives to kind of stream music sets. I can see just a whole lot of interesting features that they can continue to build on top of that to make it a truly unique platform that that doesn't exist in the Web2 world. And the other project that we picked is Huddle01. So I've known this team for a little while now because they have kind of worked on their education component of that project. But it's so great to see that over the weekend they're adding kind of a live streaming component. And I think this really represents a lot of interesting opportunities, especially just for the education market in general, when people can kind of come together, form a kind of a classroom lecture style experience, but also allow that lecture to be broadcasted to a much wider audience. So this is, imagine, all of the universities are able to kind of have a classroom experience, but also broadcasting the lectures. Really, really cool concept. And so for each of those projects, it's going to be a $750 price. I'm gonna kick it back to you, Karthik.
Amazing, thank you so much, Eric. And in case you didn't catch all the team names, I'll repeat them for you. Content Stream won the first place, $50,000. Live Stream NFT Minting takes a second place for $1,500 USD, and then the third place is going to have two winners, which is DBS and Huddle01. Both of you get $750 each. So it was awesome to see so many people work on live streaming, decentralized live streaming, and I'm still super impressed with how we're doing this thing live through LivePeer, and it's still just the most awesome thing from this weekend for me. So thanks again, Eric. And then we have a few more prizes, and I'll just announce all the team names that are going to be. There we go. Okay, so next up we have Textile. So the teams that have won the Textile prizes are Open Science Data Wallet, Convo Space, and eTunes. So the first two teams get $1,500 each from Textile, and eTunes gets $1,000. Then we have Unlock. So we have Block Food that is going to win 5 UDT tokens. We have Content Stream with 3 UDT tokens as their prize, and we also have CrossChain Wallet Dashboard that are going to be receiving 3 UDT tokens as part of their prize. Next up, we have ENS. So we have OpenPID, Sock Explorer by Pentacle, Convo Space, One Moment, Canva NFT Minter as the ENS recipients for best use of integrations for ENS, and all of you are going to be winning $150 in ETH. Then we have Ocean Protocol, and the winners of Ocean Protocols are MeMeta with $2,500 as your prize, Convo Space with $1,500 USDC, and Ocean CLI with $1,000 in USDC tokens. Then we have the Graph, and then we also have my computer's lag. The two winners for the Graph prizes are eTunes with 1,000 DAI and CrossChain Wallet Dashboard also receiving 1,000 DAI. And then Chainlink. So we have DArchive that's won $1,000, Perpetuals Platform Pro that has won $1,000, and then we have Booster and Crypto Emblems that have also won $1,000 from Chainlink. And I believe last we have POAP, and One Moment is going to receive 3,000 USDC as the best integrations of POAP tokens. So those are our prizes. And before we end this and wrap it up, I want to say a quick few thank yous to everybody that made this event possible. And for those of you who are wondering what happens next if you won one of those prizes from our sponsors, we will be putting you in touch over email in the next couple of days. So just stay tuned. We'll put this on Discord as well for everybody. But if you're one of these teams, you will be put in touch. And we'll get you started on all the information we need to send you your prizes. So in terms of wrapping this up, I'll try to say everything super quickly so everybody can relax and sleep. I want to thank so many people that made this event possible. First up, we have our judges and our mentors. All these people were here not only just today from talking to 90 different projects, but also throughout the weekend, helping a lot of our attendees on on Discord, really answering questions and supporting them with all the technical help that they needed. Then we have so many speakers who not only did workshops and tech talks throughout the weekend, but also for our summit. There are so many interesting perspectives we saw throughout the past 3 days, and I want to thank everybody who made it possible with their time. And also want to thank everybody from the sponsor side who was there to help address all the questions that all the attendees had about anywhere from simple things that they want to do or understand what they should do, or really brainstorm what ideas they could work on and use some of the protocols that are out there to make their lives easier. So many people made this possible to see all these cool hacks that we saw just an hour ago, but also the 90 plus projects that are going to be, that came out of this hackathon. So thank you so much to all of our sponsors, and without your time, we would not have the event that we're hosting right now. It takes so many people to get all this in momentum and keep the momentum going, and we need the help that we get from everybody here is just phenomenal. I want to thank everybody for that. And we also have our support staff. You saw a lot of our volunteers and staff on the judging panel, and they made sure that everything is running on smoothly and on track, because we do so much of this in parallel. Without the help from everybody on this page, we would not have the ability to run this event as smoothly as we do. And lastly, I want to give a quick shout out to the members on the ETH Global team. We have Shangan, who just joined us on the support side. And you saw him running all around on Discord, helping address all the questions, whether it's on the chat or any questions that you had as tech mentors or sponsors. I want to also thank all the work that Luke's done on the team from a marketing side. We've done a really great job in promoting everything from talks to the attendee projects to all of the summit talks related content, and also what's happening with this live stream. And all this requires, including all the emails and communications from our prizes to our sponsors, to what's happening this entire weekend. So thank you, Luke, for being part of the team. I also want to thank Catherine, who's managed all of our relationships with our sponsors and making sure that everything is in line with not only the sponsors connecting with all of you, but also us knowing how the experience is and how we can improve this whole event to really align all of our incentives to offer the best outcomes for everybody involved. I want to thank Emily, who has been incredible at making sure that everybody, whether it's the teams from having problems on Discord to questions that we want to address for everybody having difficulty on what to do for this event, just the logistics and the support that Emily provides for all of our community is absolutely incredible, and I want to thank her and make sure that we recognize that. Next, we have Andrew. Everything you're seeing on this live stream and how we did judging to how we do all of our online transition is because of Andrew, and keeping that intact is kind of what made us be seamlessly transitioning to an online and offline world as of last year. And thank you, Andrew, for making all of that possible. Then we have Jacob. Jacob is our head of partnerships. Everything we design is designed for an experience where all the hackers really get to meet super interesting projects and protocols, and they get to learn and experiment with what's actually happening at the cutting edge of Web3. And Jacob and Catherine work together to make that possible for everybody. And that's kind of what keeps all the ETH Global events up and going. And we get to play with some interesting themes like NFTs and DeFi and scaling. And this is because all because of Jacob. And next up, we have Heather. Everything that we plan and we do is all managed and run and dictated by Heather. The whole plan for how ETH Global organizes all of our events and everything that we have to do leading up to the event is because of all the work and effort and time that Heather puts in making sure that we have to plan, that we plan everything in order is because of her. So thank you, Heather, for making sure that we ran another successful event. And lastly, I want to thank Liam. who manages all of our tech and platforms. So everything from our dashboard to a lot of our interfaces here, whether it's the auth to the staking to how you do judging and submissions, all that is through all the work that Liam's put in. And it's a small team that gets all this done. So thank you so much to the Global team for really putting in a really long 24-hour shift for the last 2 days and making this event super successful. So thanked everybody here, and we saw 12 teams show up. I'm really going to stop talking in a few minutes, but we had 12 teams come up, and we call them finalists, and we say that because that's the best word we have for how we think about all of the teams and all the participants at this hackathon. The event is designed to really bring in more people to experiment with what's possible. So we don't really try to encourage people to make this as super competitive or really give them a motive to do something beyond just do something that they enjoy and work on something that they think is interesting and cool. And this gets us the ability to highlight some super cool and interesting projects, but we don't design this thing as a competition. So as part of an ETH Global event, in the spirit of keeping everything the way we've done, each of the finalists are our winners. We don't have first, second, and third places for our teams. So every member that presented today on this live stream will receive 500 DAI. And I want to congratulate every single person who not only took the time this weekend, but also stayed up in different time zones and odd hours to really not only build what they were super passionate about, but also showcasing it to all of us here and the hundreds of you that are watching this on the live stream. So congratulations to every single person on those 12 teams. We'll be giving you 500 DAI each, and we'll be in touch with you about the delivery of this along with the sponsor prizes in the next day or two. And lastly, before I close, I want to just quickly remind everybody that if you are interested in working on your project, especially if you are one of those 67 teams that are using IPFS or Filecoin or any decentralized storage as a feature or a premise in your hack, you have the ability to apply for a grant from Protocol Labs, where you can get anywhere from $5,000 to $30,000 to continue building your project and really take that to the next level. So it's an open process. You can head over to the GitHub URL below, and you have 2 deadlines to apply for, whether it's June 1st, which is in the next day or two, and June 15th, 2 weeks from now. You can apply for these grants and really get non-dilutive funding to continue building what you're interested in without any other motives or ulterior motives. So take a look at the microgrants from Protocol Labs, and hope that you continue building things after tonight. So that concludes our weekend. Web3 weekend is officially over. And just like every other ETH Global event, we would love to tell you what's up and coming in next for us. So I'm super proud to announce that our next hackathon is going to be Hack Money, which is a DeFi focused event that we're going to be starting in about 2.5 weeks. So if you're interested in building something and playing with what's possible with DeFi, be sure to check out Hack Money. We're going to share a lot more details on how we're making this super interesting and unique compared to our previous events. So head over to defi.ethglobal.co and hope to see all of you at our next hackathon. So with that, I want to say good evening and good morning and good night to all of you, and hope you have a great rest of your weekend. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye. Enjoy some lo-fi beats.